Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. We're going to be talking about Monations today. I'm going to cover this probably in like 3 different parts so that I'm not doing one monstrous 3-hour video and then my computer explodes or tries to take off into outer space. So one of the first things that I saw from these gal pal stories who are at the Monations convention, this is their biggest yearly convention, they had some sort of show. You know, they love to do the pomp and circumstance while actually giving them next to nothing. They love to put on performances and a big show. They had a circus one year. Pomp and circumstance that they put on for these Huns has seriously dwindled, and gosh, I wonder why that could be. I did see some clips of the music, and I obviously can't play that on here for copyright reasons, but it was giving karaoke. It was giving, I really want to sing this shitty overplayed song because I feel like doing karaoke and I don't want to go to a bar to do it. I want to do it here at Monations. Okay, and then we have introducing the hype squad. Are we confirming what I've been saying or what any anti-MLMer has been saying, because I'm certainly not the first. Getting their sales team, I feel like they're really just the ultimate customer for this company, but getting the sales team hyped up to go sell these products to, like, what, their downline, and get them hyped up to buy it, because who else is getting this invested in products? Not your everyday viewer on Instagram, I don't think.
Health should be one of your top priorities. And why does your skin barrier matter? Actually, your skin barrier is like your personal bodyguard. It's the outermost layer that locks in hydration and keeps out the bad stuff, like pollution, bacteria, toxins.
You don't need to hear any of this from an MLM. You could very easily look the same information up or ask your doctor, or if you can see a dermatologist, you could ask them if you really feel like you needed to learn more about your skin barrier. You don't need to hear this from an MLM, because all this is to gear you up with some very basic concepts of knowledge to sell this product, to make you believe in it, because you're the one who's going to be buying it. We have a woman holding a fake check. And is this supposed to be how much she's made altogether, how much she's made this month, this year? And is this before or after business expenses? Like, what was the take home after all the math is done? That's really all I'm interested in. I'm not interested in like how much she sold or anything like that. I want to know the take home, and I understand why they can't really disclose that, but that's really the only interesting, that's really the only valuable numbers, I think. Here we go with the long ass lanyards. Registered lunch, about to head to rehearsal, because we got to rehearse the boring ass, basic ass, platonic ass things we're going to say on stage that should be retired because they're overused, and not even just by Monat, any MLM, you name it, it's generally been said before. And mind you, this is the company that can't even put the lanyard together for you because they're lazy. They have you do it yourself because you love doing free labor. So why wouldn't you want to do this too? Okay, so the setup for Wednesday, August 20th, it's August 29th when I'm filming this. We're a little behind right now. Better late than ever, though. The Monat Hub, not sure what that is. Director's registration, 3 to 6. Why do you need 3 hours to do that? Thursday, the Monat Hub badge pickup, gear store. So that sounds like where you pay for stuff you would normally get from a regular company convention for free, but now because you're in an MLM, you get to pay for it. Hispanic market session, director's reception by invitation. Here we go, making you feel like for not being invited. It's by invite only, ho. You have to get an invitation or you're not going to be there. Friday, the Monat Hub. What is the Monat Hub? Is that like, what is that? Badge pickup, gear store, general session, men of Monat, my favorite thing to rip apart. Because they're like, we need to take a minute to center men. It's a lot of women on the sales force, but we need to hear what the men have to say. We absolutely don't. We absolutely don't. For 2 hours. Yeah, I think I'm all good on that. The Monat Hub, badge pickup, gear store, general session. Oh, so you can spend, so all day it looks like it's open for you to go buy stuff from the MLM because you don't spend enough money there and they're not giving you for free apparently, so you can go buy it. And then we have more general sessions, dream bigger gala. Sounds like a waste of time, but I think that's where the girls usually get dressed up. Dream bigger after party. Event badge required for entry. Oh, maybe that's in the nightclub. Yeah, that's in the nightclub. Oh, wow. Nothing sounds worse than going to a nightclub, but I'm sure for the young folks, maybe that is an attractive use of time. Sunday service, yes, because we can't get enough indoctrination. You also need to self indoctrinate even further into your religion, because notice how it's not inclusive of other religions, it's just inclusive of Christianity. Oh, here we go. Here's one of the ugly backdrops they have this year. Gotta catch a photo with these beauties. Grateful always. Oh, it's probably for the Monat gratitude thing. But it's an ugly background for these reps to create content and take pictures in front of. Because they have to make you feel like you're getting something. Oh my God, a content wall to take pictures by. Like even Lowe's has like a little wall where you can take pictures or whatever because everybody's doing photo shoots at Lowe's. Come on, guys. I would do that sooner than taking a picture in front of an MLM backdrop, though. Okay, and here's a look kind of the atmosphere of when you get to Monations. And oh, look, Monations United 2025 on some ball. Oh, this is in Vegas, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. When you get paid a day early, you go buy some gear. Thankful he will carry it. Do you hear how insane it sounds? That you pay to join. You pay in some MLMs. There are stipulations that can involve money to get your paycheck in companies like this. You pay to be there and all the things that come with that. And then you also pay for some gear for the company, some like branded crap. The day you get your paycheck, you're like, the first thing I need to do is put it back into this company. It's not your company, so it doesn't really make sense. It also doesn't make sense because you're not getting anything out of putting your paycheck where you got it from. Like, if you have some sort of credentialing and you need to use some of your money to renew your credentials or keep them up to date, something that actually makes sense to put your money into, this doesn't make sense. And also a lot of times jobs will pay for you to get your credentialing or further your credentialing or any materials you need to do that. So really this is kind of ridiculous and a little bit sad. Oh my God, yes. Sometimes I forget about their logo that looks like a clitoris. And I don't mean to like come off like I'm making fun of it. I think that's great if that's what they're going for, but I'm gonna assume it's not. But also Monat stands for modern nature, which reminds me of Mother Nature. So it's like maybe the does make sense. Is it getting too weird? Okay. Building your legacy starts now. Can't another backdrop to take photos by. Like they can spend all the money to make these backdrops, but they can't take that same money and give it to their distributors for all the work they put in. Spa day goodies. Thank you, Monat official. No better way to relax after the busy day at Monations. Was this free? And was this free for everybody? I'm going to say probably not, because a lot of times these companies, Monat included, don't give away a lot of free stuff, especially nothing of real value. But the scrubby looks nice on the top right. That looks nice. And then it looks like we might have 2 full-size Monat products. But it's interesting because MLMs don't typically give away full-size products to everyone. Like it'll be like you have to hit a certain rank, it seems, or be a top boss babe, or like be front and center, like you really do a good job of instilling that sense of FOMO into downlines or low ranking Huns to get like these free things. And it's like the people who can afford them anyway. So it's kind of stupid. This had me cackling, but also questioning how these people don't feel insulted. So they have these women on ladders attached to nothing. It doesn't look like they're attached to anything. It looks like it's floating in the air. No, it doesn't to me. It does not look like it's resting on the wall. It looks like it's floating in the air. And then the ladder on the right just kind of ends. Like it actually has a bottom. Like it should be going down, the other side of the ladder. But they just kind of cut it off there, because who gives a fuck? And it's not leaning against anything either, it doesn't appear. And then we have a woman with a wrench, um, by this bottle of product doing I don't fucking know what, because women are what's the take it away from this? Like women are stupid and they can't actually do any work. Like the subconscious elements I'm kind of thinking about. Women in heels on ladders, they're gonna fall and hurt themselves because they're not attached to anything. And then this woman is using a wrench to do what? Scrape up the side of the bottle as it turns. And then the woman is like petting it, climbing the ladder, and then the man has the clipboard. He's like OSHA getting involved. And so many of these Monat Huns posted this stupid AI video. Oh, look, so they gave these Huns the awards. I'm not really sure how much I can show you because some of them do have their name on them. But they gave these ladies the awards. And if I remember correctly, last year's Monations, it was a flimsy, cheap looking folder that they gave them. And this year it does look like a nicer folder that they have for their Nothing Burger Award. Yes, a video of hell. It's go time. It seems to me like this is for people to get into the main area where the event is taking place. It's just so many people in a small, and it seems like probably a loud and echoey area. How horrible. This doesn't sound like a good time to me. It sounds like people pushing and shoving, or like being catty and bitchy because maybe you got there first and they want to push ahead of you. Well, no thanks. Lit the whole place for us. Yeah, I hope they turned the fucking lights on. You paid for the ticket. I hope it fucking went somewhere. Stop being so grateful for the bare minimum that you paid for. You buy things from this company. You do free labor for this company. You paid to be here for this company event. You don't need to sit here and be so grateful for a pittance amount of effort from the company. I hope they turned the lights on. I hope they made it look nice for you after all the money you have probably put into the company. Yeah. Paid for our alcoholic drinks with our Monat debit cards. Got to show those off. That's the appeal of getting the debit cards, because now when you're paying, people are going to see that you're paying for it with your Monat money. And they're going to want to ask, oh, you paid for this giant meal with your Monat money. Oh, you paid for your alcoholic drinks. Well, I'm assuming these are alcoholic. They look like they're probably alcoholic. If they're not, I don't really care either way. But you're paying for your drinks with Monat. Wow, that's so cool that people actually do make money. A scam can also make money. It's not a scam like just because people aren't making money. Like it can be a scam and some people make some money with it. Oh, new product launch. They also launched skincare. Who gives a shit? I wonder if it has fragrance too. Innovation plus necessity. And then they're talking about like the new products that are coming. Let me stop you right there. There is no necessity when it comes to MLM products. Like nobody needs that. They might need the kind of product or the type of product, but I have never seen any compelling enough evidence that would convince me that anyone needs an MLM product, Monat included. A lot of even the claims and the proprietary blends, I think the same general idea a lot of times can be found cheaper or better, or maybe even organic in some cases, and have similar claims and have similar benefits. I don't think anybody needs Monat skincare. Thanks. And I don't think skincare a lot of times, even non-MLM, is innovative. It's a very saturated industry. And we don't need things to constantly be remade and follow trends and whatever else. And MLMs, they tend to expand their products across the board because they have to do something to make it seem like they're with it, with the times, to keep the distributors interested. This girl's going to give us a little peek into day one of Monations so far.
I got my badge. I got my envelope with all my little, I call them decals, but little stickers. So this one says shampoo dealer, glow getter. So these are courses that I finished. Scalp care.
Okay, so nothing burgers. I can't imagine it being hard to complete that either. They don't have much of a use in the real world. Like that knowledge won't get you far unless you actually get like your cosmetology license. Because what are you going to do with that information?
Expert, damage control expert, and then Monations. So I'm going to be putting all of those basically like ribbons down. It's so fun to like add.
And I'm sure they internalize these little ribbons they can't bother to put on for you as, oh, we're being recognized by the company. This is the recognition that Monat gives us. They're playing in your face. It's condescending how much they play in your face and you sit there and are grateful for it and excited for it. It's condescending because they know exactly what they're doing. And you're sitting here with your hand out. Oh, please, please. I'm so humble, and you gave me this opportunity, and I just want to be good enough.
New ribbons every year, and then look how cute. I swear every year our bags get cuter. We got a backpack. So cute. It has our logo on it and everything, and
it's just another clear backpack. And didn't some of them give away their bags from Monat to whatever bag drive they were doing? And the bag being clear, is it because we're worried about people stealing? Because why else are you giving people a clear backpack? And last year they gave him a clear bag too.
Looks like we got a free body wash, face mask. What the heck is in here? We got...
Also, was this included with the purchase of a ticket, or did you have to do something else or shell out more money to get those? Oh, yeah, they're learning how to take selfies like a pro, like create content like a pro. And I believe all of these people are Monat Huns. Like, they're not like outside people they're bringing in to do media training. And as far as I know, and please correct me if I'm wrong, like I could be wrong here, but they're not getting paid to teach this. So they're using their expertise and giving it away for free out of the kindness of their hearts. But really, everyone in these MLMs deserves as much media training or as much social media training as they need. And they should have access at all times of examples, new easy ways to do it, like so much, and people to talk to and bounce ideas off of at all times. And I think everybody should be paid for all that time and effort as well. And for the training. Yeah.
Evolution of our company. It's about building on our strong foundation and taking everything to the next level. Products, technology, business opportunity, and global.
Monat 2.0, red flag. Red flag, throwing it up, because 2.0, whenever you see like a company rebranding as a 2.0, it's the last ship out. They're like, this is my last ditch effort, man. We're gonna hang on to everyone and everything we can, but we're gonna close these doors. It's giving damage control, just kind of like Amare. It's not giving confidence. It's instilling fear when you're not caught up in the hoopla. So I'm sure there at least have got to be a couple of people who see that too. Like Monat 2.0. If you rebrand to the 2.0, what do you do after that the next time you hit a roadblock? Quickly, please. 3.0, 4.0. How many rebrands can you go through, really, before you need to close the doors? I shed so many tears, and it's not even 9 a.m. The opening was amazing. Every year is a struggle to get here. It shouldn't be a struggle to get here. Everything should be paid. Like, that's not okay. It should not be a struggle to get there unless it's like a personal situation getting in the way of that. Your company should make it as easy as they can on their part, in a professional capacity, of course, to help you get to a company event. Yeah, like if it requires you flying there, they should be facilitating that. My husband came this year, and I'm so grateful he supports me. Logistically, it's easy for any of us to make excuses not to be here. I think it's best practice to stand on business and be like, I'm not spending my money on this shit because I don't get paid to be there, and I don't get paid, and I'm actually spending money to be here. And if this is on company time, I should be compensated for company time. But every year, God reminds me in minutes why I'm here and that I'm exactly where I need to be and who I need to be with. These women uplift me, inspire me to be and do better, to achieve more in life. They're like me. Love them. I only want to be surrounded by people that believe the same things I do spiritually, that think the way I do, and that are in the same line of work. Yeah, that doesn't sound like an echo chamber at all. And on the screen it says the journey, what others don't see, rejection, criticism, and mockery. Those things, while I don't think the people deserve to be like mocked or like harshly criticized just for being in an MLM, but criticizing the MLM and mocking the MLM, I believe, is fine, because they're playing in their distributors' faces. So I think they're okay with being mocked right back by people who can see it for what it is. I think that's perfectly fine. And I think it's perfectly okay to face rejection when you're in an MLM, because that can lead you to doing more for yourself and wanting better for yourself. So I think that's okay. And I think hearing rejection is just something you're going to deal with in life anyway. But specifically in MLM, it can help you get out sooner even and be a quitter and whatever. But then you can heal and you can get paid for the work you're doing, which is really why any of us work anyway, right? For a big part of it. Okay, and then there's other super cool awards on the table. Now, I do have a lot of it blurred out because there's so many people's names on this, but they have MP enrollment. This looks like the second place. Little Miss Motivation Monarch. This looks like a team specific award, like probably the Top Boss Babe paid for these. This doesn't seem like it's exactly from Monat itself, which, if that's the case, which is just what it seems like to me, but if that is the case, I wonder if there's really no flack from the company for using the word Monations on these awards, if it didn't come from the company itself, because I know these companies are pretty greedy, so I wonder how they would view that. So if our time is running out day after day, we'll make the mundane a masterpiece. To me, I didn't hear what was being said on stage, but my guess, based on my knowledge and experience with MLMs, would be that you are supposed to find the good in every day, even though it's boring, even though you've heard everything at the events and team calls before. If you've been in for longer than, let's say, 2 to 3 years, you've kind of heard it all before, and it's recycled trash now, and it makes like a knot in your throat when you think about how much you've put into it and how little you've gotten out of it. But you need to make the mundane, the day-to-day, sending your messages, talking to people, and making content, praying for engagement that I wouldn't guess most MLMers are even going to get, and making a masterpiece out of it. It's just another way for you to be grateful for working for free. That seems like the takeaway, is them just getting you excited to do more volunteer work. Consistency is key. Yeah, we need that on the screen, because what if we forgot? But consistency isn't the key to success in MLM, is it? Because you can be as consistent as you fucking want, and it won't be the determining factor in making money, which, if we were all being honest, would be the number one like marker of success, is if you're making a profit. Who's winning in life, you or the naysayers? We can all be winning in some capacities. I'm winning because I'm not in an MLM. You're winning because you're hyped up at this conference, at least in your own eyes. We're just all winning in different ways. Future consumers prioritize authenticity. They want to see real results and hear honest stories from people like themselves. This also seems to be a way to hype up these reps to do free labor, so that they are happily creating tons of content for free in the hopes of getting an enrollment someday for this MLM. 64% of consumers are more likely to purchase a product if it's recommended by somebody they know and trust rather than a celebrity or influencer, except if it's in an MLM. I am immediately turned off by anyone I see selling an MLM and then talking about even a non-MLM product. It's not attractive to me seeing other people fall for an MLM. Be bold, be irrational. This is the same sentiments as people telling their congregation or their youth group, in my case, that it's actually cool to be a Jesus freak. That all the rejection and persecution that Christians face in the United States, give me a fucking break. It's the same sentiments. And you're supposed to sit here and be like, yeah, I am irrationally confident about Monat. I am bold about my Monat business. I do have irrational goals. because if you were realistic, you might get turned off from the company. Strong barrier equals strong skin. Hey, the sky looks blue and grass is green. Oh, some of the top boss babes also got these robes, which I think the robes and the scrubbies and some of the food that I saw, I don't remember if I took screenshots, but those seemed like the best um, things given at this conference or paid for. I'm honestly not sure how that works because I wasn't there and I don't think I saw anybody talk about it specifically. So if you know, please let me know as well because I'm not on the inside and I don't have people on the inside to tell me those things. Oh yeah, so she's passing, I'm assuming probably her man or someone's man, sticky notes to save seats at the convention. This would give me a sweaty butt crack. I have a teeny tiny circle to the point where it's almost non-existent because I have never handled a girl drama well. I find it stupid. I don't know what, I don't understand the games people are playing. That's not in a pick me way, like men just make more sense. No, really, I'd just rather be alone because I don't want to deal with them either. But they're saving seats with a sticky note, which is funny because why? And I understand their thought process is likely more along the lines of I want my whole team to sit together. And I get that. I think it's also annoying though because then the people who actually show up early, like put in that effort to show up early and get those like possibly those same seats now are gonna either have to throw those sticky notes away because fuck you and your sticky notes and then have to deal with the mean girl drama from that or like go sit somewhere else. And I think that sucks because I feel like it's kind of like first come first serve or get like a real reservation, and I kind of lean more towards that. But I'm also someone who's like I'm cool with sitting in the back. I don't want to be here anyway. Put me in the back towards the nearest exit. Thanks.
Oh, it's my favorite color. What is...
The shirt says Hype Squad, and it's huge. And then it says Monations United. Oh my God, come out of this company in a long time. And this shirt, I would not put that on my body. Because am I getting paid for wearing an MLM logo? No. Like I would point and laugh if I even saw it in the thrift store. I would point and laugh. And it's ugly and it looks cheap. It looks like they didn't even consider her size when they sent it.
Oh, I am obsessed. Oh, I love this. Thank you. Oh, 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 oh. What? OMG. Oh, I'm obsessed.
Has she never seen a bathrobe in her entire life? She stayed at hotels and they have similar robes at hotels. And when you're successful enough in an MLM, I think you can probably afford a nice robe if you're actually into those. I would hope it's a fully cotton robe. That would be most attractive to me personally. Not that I want anything from an MLM, but if I was going to do a robe, I would want it to be cotton, like if I was going to spend my money on it. But I mean, it sucks that it has the logo.
This is a good gift. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy.
This seems so fake to me also. It's like she's putting on the performance of a lifetime. Like she still has her sunglasses on. Is that because she has to be fake as fuck? Wow, are we shocked that they gave a good gift? Is that rare? At the end, she has like a picture of everything and then says, I feel spoiled. It's funny that the top reps are the ones getting spoiled. It's not everybody else who paid to be there getting spoiled and getting crumbs. Oh, yes. I don't know what this was supposed to be, but it looked so freaking good. The fries look crispy. And then this jalapeno on top, I wonder, is it stuffed with like cream cheese or something? And what's underneath? Is she doing lettuce instead of the bun? Oh my gosh, I just know it's delicious. I can tell already. Okay, and then I guess they had like an old money theme, I think it was, for one of the nights. And I did like this girl's outfit a lot because I love sparkles. I love shiny. I loved the vibe of it. I just hate that it was wasted in an MLM. You know, I saw there was some trend, was it on Instagram, I think? And these girls got together and they had a night where it was like, I have nowhere to wear this kind of night. So they all like hung out and went out together wearing stuff that they normally would have like nowhere to actually wear it to. Oh, right now, as you sit there, your skin barrier is under attack, breaking down, causing dryness, clogged pores, and skin sensitivity. We found a way to protect you. Okay, and then they announce the products. It's so funny that they feed you a problem and then offer you the solution, and you don't think that that could be just manipulative marketing. You don't see that. You see how they created a problem, instilled fear, and your skin just crackling and falling apart in front of your eyes. You old raggedy bitch. And now they have the solution for you. You don't see that? That's okay. Maybe by the end of this series you will. If you guys like this video, give it a little likesy poo. If you have commentary to share with the class, leave that down below, and you make sure you are subscribed so you get to see all of my videos. Thank you guys again, and I will see you in the next one.